Welcome, I'm John, and welcome to Outlaw 923. Today I wanted to do a quick video on how to remove the hardtop on a 2016 JKU Rubicon. I know there's a lot of videos out there right now of how to do this, but I wanted to show you what I do in my setup, and I also wanted to show you my homemade hand crank winch system to lift the top up all by yourself. So we got a trip planned to Moab coming up beginning of next month, so I want to get the hardtop off and put the soft top back on and get ready for that adventure. So thanks for watching, and I'll do my best to show you what I've got and how easy it can be. I made is the hand crank winch system. It was very inexpensive, for less than $100. I got all the parts from Home Depot, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. So what I've got here is a hand crank little boat winch I got from Tractor Supply, and I think it cost me about $19. From there I've got a line going straight up to a 6-foot aluminum bar that I drill a hole in, and on the back of it I put an eye bolt in it that when you crank the winch it pulls the bar back. So when the bar comes back, it pulls these 4 lines that are attached to 4 other eye bolts in the ceiling with a pulley system, and I've got hooks. So same thing on this side. A line comes out to each pulley system with a hook hanging down. When this gets lowered down, it lowers down enough to where I can hook a strap up and lift up the top. I'll show you how that works. Top off is I'm going to go ahead and remove the high lift jack and my CB antenna. Get that up and out of the way. Antenna's off. I'm going to go ahead and work on the screws inside to disconnect the hardtop. There's a total of 8 screws. 6 are in the back right here, and then 2 are up top out in front. So I'll show you where they are. Let's go ahead and open up the back. And inside here, we've got 1 screw here, 1 screw there, and 1 up front. It's a little hard to see because I've got these storage bags here right now, kind of blocking the view. But there's another one there, and then 1 more all the way down at the end. So we're going to go ahead and remove those 6. The top will be just fine sitting on there, and then we'll remove the other 2 up on top underneath the freedom panels. But I'm going to take the freedom panels off first. Taking off the hardtop is to go ahead and remove the freedom panels, and I'll show you how we do that. So right inside, you're going to find some clips. We're going to pull the visor back. We're going to remove that hook, and then these clips just slide out of the way. There's 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here in the middle. Then the next thing is underneath here. We're going to go ahead and remove these. These actually screw the freedom tops down and help keep it tight. Some guys I know don't even put them in. I prefer to have them in just for extra added security and to keep it tight, so I have less chance of any leaks, any water leaks. So they screw out really easy. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. And now everything is loose, so the freedom panels will just now come straight out. So you take off the driver's side first, set it aside of course, and then take off the passenger side, and you're done. We're off right now, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the 6 screws in the back here. We're going to use the kit that came with the Jeep. We're going to do a T40 Torx bit and the little ratchet they gave us. And we'll start with this one here and work our way back. We'll do the same thing on the other side. thing to do is disconnect your water supply and your power supply. So we're going to go ahead and slide the power out by sliding that red tab out, and then just pull straight down. And with the water supply, it just pulls straight out like this. Now some of the newer ones like the JLs have a nice little pocket. You can tuck it in here. I just lay it down, and there's a little bit of a lip that you can tuck it underneath there to keep it up out of the way. Alright, now let's get ready to get the front two screws out. The two on top, show you where they are. There's one here, and then there's one over there on the other side. Again, it's still the same T40 Torx bit. You can see it wanting to come loose already. There we go. And we'll go get the one on the other side. Of finding a place to store these screws for you. So on the back there, you just turn this to be able to lift up the back. And then right here, we've got doors and hinges and the roof. So we're going to tuck those in there and keep them safe and no chance of getting lost. So you always know where they are. And when I take the doors off, this is where the bolts go for the doors. Back into the garage. So we're going to come in here, and the way my garage is set up, it's pretty shallow, and the ceiling isn't very high at all. So the way I have it rigged up on the ceiling for the pulley system, I'm going to have to get the Jeep real close to the edge here. So I'm going to get it lined up best I can. If it's not perfect, it's no big deal. As soon as the top lifts off the back, it'll just straighten itself back out, and I'll still be able to drive out from underneath of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the Jeep in the garage. Pretty close to where I want it to be. I might be able to come back a little more if I have to, but you can tell where the pulley system is lined up with just about the corner here, and then the rear one is pretty close to being lined up, but close enough for what we need to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and unwind the winch and let these pulleys drop a little bit. And once they're down low enough, I'm going to go ahead and hook these straps up. Now this is just 1.5 inch nylon webbing, and what I did was just tie a loop on the end of it, and the loop is going to hook into the hooks on the end of these pulley system. The strap is going to go through the hardtop here and come out the back here, and I'll hook these hooks to it, and that's what actually holds the top up from underneath. And the strap is actually thin enough to where it's going to come down through here, not hurt anything, and I can even close the glass if I needed to. Alright, so let's get the straps hooked up. Okay. There we go. Getting that set up. Then I rigged up a little pole with a hook that I can reach up and pull these down enough to where I can reach them to get the straps on. So I'll do the first one. Is going to be passenger side. Front, so it's going to go that way. Now, if you're going to do this, the one thing I'd recommend is getting bigger hooks here, so it makes it easier to get the nylon strap in. Mine's just a little bit too small, but they do the job. Now, this is going to go right through, kind of along the window, all the way to the back. And then come out here on this side, and then we can pull this down. There we go, enough to hook this one in, just like that. So as you can see, the strap is now going on the inside, and when the bar pulls back, it's going to lift up the whole top. Everything looks good and straight. Alright, now I'm going to go do the other side. But the nylon strap goes all the way through, so when I start lifting it, it's just going to hoist it that way. Straps on, hooks on the pulley system, and now we're going to go ahead and crank it up and see it come off the Jeep. As you can see, the bar is going to pull back all in one unit. Got some tension on there. What I like to do is straighten those out so the pulleys are not tangled or twisted. I got one more twisted over here. There we go. Tight squeeze in there. Alright, so we're going to start pulling back, and slowly the top is going to start lifting up off of the Jeep. Alright, we got some tension, and you should start seeing the top start coming off of the Jeep. And then if you look over here, you can just see the bar coming back. I bring it back as far as I can go. My ceiling isn't very tall. That's it. It's all clear. hardtop. So now, as you can see, you have enough room to actually pull the Jeep in underneath, or another car. You can come in under it. Now, I actually like to get it a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up taking ratchet straps and connect it to the hooks, top and bottom, and then ratchet strap it up so I can get a little bit more clearance out of it. And like I said, I've got a very low ceiling, so I can't go too high with it. But it's high enough to move around and still drive underneath of it and park underneath of it. So, well, I hope that turns out. Hope you like that. So we've got no top on the Jeep now, so the next step, probably another video, is to put the soft top on, which is in pieces right here. So that'll be the next thing. But for now, I'm hoping that you'll be able to see how I've got these straps rigged up. And I've got them marked, driver's side, front and rear. I do that just for length, so I know which one goes on which side. Got a little twist in this one, but that's okay. And if you can see how thin the nylon strap is, and it's gentle on the weather stripping here. If I wanted to, I can even still close the glass, and it's not a problem. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Leave any comments down below. If you see something I can do better, let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.